Hello, it is week 30 of the Road to 100 interviews. This is a hint as to who I would like to interview this week. They're a band called LANCO, and they are another one of my favorite bands. I'm actually a member of their fan club, which is called FANCO. I thought that was clever. The first time I met LANCO was just by chance. They were at a festival where Dierks Bentley was the headliner, and Dierks had a big transport truck with his face on it, and I was trying to get closer to take a picture of the transport truck, and then I saw somebody that I had met before. I believe they're like a tour manager for somebody else, and they remembered me from my interview that I did with Shawn Austin, and they're like, hey, you want to come meet LANCO? And they were just like randomly by a fence by this transport truck. And thinking about that now, that seems like an unsafe thing to do, to just follow someone behind a fence, but it was during the day, and there was lots of people there, and I got to meet LANCO, and it was very safe. And actually where LANCO was indoors, so it wasn't like dark and scary and at nighttime, but just be careful. If someone says, hey, you want to come meet a band? There is a possibility the band is not there. I've seen LANCO. I was going to say I've seen FANCO. I've seen LANCO twice. I met them at the Trackside Music Festival and as well as at Budweiser Gardens. The Budweiser Gardens one was through FANCO. As I was doing this video, my friend Whitney South messaged me and she said that she has been a lazy beaver and would have free time to do an interview. And Whitney is a concert photographer, so it kind of ties in with this music theme. And she also works in the trade, so I always like those stories where it's like people are able to transition from one thing they love to another thing they love and hopefully be successful at both. I just did interview number 97 with Gary Andrews, and as you know, I like to recycle, so these were also Jared Middleton questions. And I'm about to do interview number 98, which is with my friend Whitney South. And I had to make a last minute decision to move over here instead of at the table, because it's actually the first day in many days that it's not raining. So it's actually too bright in here. You can probably see, like, over here. Look, I don't even have half an arm now. Hi, Gary.
Ta-da!
Ta-da, I like your shirt. That's so fun.
Yay! The show was on last year in London and I got to see the stage show. It's incredible.
That's awesome. That's not a picture of you.
No, it's not.
Oh, you have a Mickey Mouse telephone.
And Wally. Don't forget Wally.
Yes. Do you answer very important calls on that telephone?
Not even plugged in.
I also read that you worked for Disney. What were some of the projects that you worked on there?
Yeah, we had a Disney studio over here for a bit called Disney Movie Tunes, and I worked on DuckTales the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp, and then we worked on a few of the various TV shows, Winnie the Pooh, and gosh, was it Darkwing? Dark we did a bit of, and Tails.
Tailspin?
Yeah, we did a bit of that. I think we did some stuff like that. It's so long ago. I can't remember. I did it. I was with them for it was about a year and a half. I think had the studio, and then it closed down here, and they stayed on in Paris, but the London one shut down. We had the two running for a while. So yeah, that's the sort of stuff I was working on there.
So the last person on my list this week is somebody that I've been following since I was in high school, and his name is Nick Pitera. And in my memory, he's one of the first people that I recognize as someone who went viral. He's known for his Disney medleys and other medleys. He also works for Pixar, and I think it'd be really, really interesting to talk to Nick. And the only reason that I haven't tried to reach out to Nick before is it was difficult to find his contact information. And so the only way that I've figured out how to do this is through Etsy. And you're probably like, why don't you just message him on Instagram? But I find that a lot of those messages don't go through because it goes into a spam folder called requests. I'm almost there. I just did interview number 97 and 98, and I really want the last two to be people that I'm very excited about versus just a little excited about. This has gone on far longer than I thought it would, so I'm hoping maybe I will be done by the end of the summer, and then I will not be sending out any more interview requests until November, and we'll start over in the new year, I guess.